actually, like, and I don't know if people realize this, but like I was following some of our, media members and stuff even before I got here, because when I was in Green Bay and then Denver and Philadelphia, I've played Dallas in all three spots. You're kind of trying to look for things.
All right, so joining us now, our good friend Myron Medcalf, co-host of Matt and Myron on ESPN Radio, 3 to 5 p.m. Eastern Time weekdays. Myron, you hear Christian Parker talking about the fans and the videos that get out there on social media. Obviously, every NFL team's looking for an edge here. So do you agree that this is an issue? Is this something or nothing from the Cowboys DC?
I think it's nothing. I think his priorities are out of order. If he's worried about a fan or a media member's camera or footage that they're putting out there, means he's less concerned with all the 511 points that the Cowboys defense put up last season. That should be the priority. And if anything, he just drew more attention to the issue if it is a real threat. I think if you're a defensive coordinator, talk about your defense. Talk about where they're improving. Talk about what you're focused on. And don't worry about stuff like that, that to me feels like the least of his worries trying to fix this Dallas defense.
Kevin, you and I cover NFL teams. We are at practices all the time. There are these security guards who say, put your camera down during team periods. You're not supposed to film much. Media members typically abide by that. Sometimes fans don't. Does he have a point, though? Because teams are looking for any edge they can get at a time where he's trying to build his defense and look for any nuance elsewhere. Doesn't want to give away any nuance of his own.
Christian Parker said it. The reason that he feels this way is because he's used that against other teams, including the Cowboys. This is just how it goes in football, is you're always looking for an edge. And also, you can give stuff up. Something as simple as Caleb Downs, who's their first-round pick, who can be used anywhere on the field, including at the line of scrimmage. If one piece of footage leaks on Twitter, someone's going to see that for September. They're going to see it and they're going to be able to game plan for it. And that can cost you 1, 2, 10 plays. Okay, really, that's real. There's a historical precedent for this. Okay, Jimmy Johnson, right before the Super Bowl against the Bills, the first one, was watching B-roll of the local news and saw that the Bills were practicing a shovel pass over and over and over again. He installed a defense to stop that shovel pass. It got blown up in the Super Bowl. It set the tone. So coaches are always looking for that edge. I was in Green Bay the other day. They had big signs saying protect our plays, which is a good way to put it, okay? But every fan knew, hey, we're on the bandwagon. We got to protect the Packers. We're going to protect our plays. That's just how it goes this time of year. It's real. Paranoia is a good thing. Only the paranoid survive. I saw this yesterday. The Minneapolis Star-Tribune said Kevin O'Connell's first job with the San Francisco 49ers was to scour the internet looking for stuff like this on opponents. It's real, Mike T.
Kevin O'Connell's first job was as an injured reserve quarterback for us at the Jets. So that was his second job. Look, I would say a couple of things. First of all, Christian Parker, it's the tax you are paying to be an NFL defensive coordinator. If it bothers you, don't do it. Like, don't coach the Dallas Cowboys. Like, it comes with the territory. That's just part of the job. And there's a big nuance here, which is everybody in America knows that Caleb Downs is going to be in the post. He's going to be at the line of scrimmage. He's going to blitz. He's going to cover. When we get into game plan and worrying about what Matt Nagy thinks, your opening day opposing offensive coordinator, there's game plan specific things that you're going to hold until you can't film at practice. But we're sitting here on August 8th. It's fundamentals. Like, it is what it is.
I am stunned that is your take as a former GM. I remember covering the Vikings back in 2019, and I had an executive from another team text me being like, I can cut your wide receiver room right now from the things that you just tweeted out at practice. So do you think there's no benefit to
it's just
any of that?
Yeah, no, Courtney, it's just the cost of doing business. Like, look, running a team in New York, like, everything was covered, and you just have to get used to it and just know that, like, let's be smart about it. Like, if there's certain players that you're worrying about trying to get to the practice squad, don't play them in a preseason game. Like, there's just certain things that you just have to have common sense. But when we all want the salaries that come with the magnitude and the coverage of our sport, then don't complain 6 months later that, oh, we have too much coverage. Like, if you don't like it, you're in the wrong level of the sport. I mean, it's just the truth.
The Don Draper, that's what the money's for line from Mike T. I love that.
Yeah, and Myron, we know that these preseason games that happen over the course of August, what's on tape, it's pretty vanilla. Nobody's pulling out their best stuff, Myron, but if you don't think this is where Christian Parker's focus should lie right now, where do you think he needs to focus more to get this defense back on track?
Everywhere. I mean, right now he's trying to put duct tape on a hole in the Titanic. There's so many issues with this Dallas defense that, again, gave up 511 points, the sixth most in NFL history. So for me, if he's worried about a 30-second clip online, he is distracted. And if I'm in that locker room, I'm wondering, hey, does this guy believe in us? If he's worried about something like that, it's 2026. How much footage does every NFL team have access to right now? This isn't 2001. Is he worried about how much his guys are going to be on their dial-up internet connection? Like, there's access to video if you want it. This shouldn't be the concern. Fixing that defense everywhere has to be the issue.
I just think there's too many ways that this can be used against you, okay? And the fact, listen, one of the things is you're talking about the attention that comes with it. Jerry Jones likes this, okay? Jerry Jones wants you to where Caleb Downs is he at linebacker? Is he at the line of scrimmage? Is he playing the post? Whatever. But I think that this goes to the theme of the entire franchise. You're paying for Jerry Jones's sins of whether it's roster building or bringing in the media or bringing in the attention. It's all of this stuff. It comes along with being the DC of the Cowboys, but also it's up to him to maximize that unit, and so he can disagree with the way that the Cowboys operate here.
And there's one other name that's important here, and that's Brian Schottenheimer.
Yep.
He's your CEO of a $15 billion enterprise, and one of your responsibilities is to look around the corner, like, what's next? What's the other challenge? Hey, Christian, you've never done this before. Let's remember, we're the Dallas Cowboys. We're going to be in California. When you blow your nose, that's going to be on Twitter. So let's just be careful. Let's get our team ready to go, as Myron alluded to. But as it relates to what we're going to do early in the season, that's going to be done in walkthroughs, and we're going to be vanilla until opening week. And there's a difference, and that's part of Brian Schottenheimer's responsibility to manage his coaches.
Okay. Vanilla. That's the word here that we need to make sure that we keep hitting here. No one's showing all their great stuff during training camp. All right, let's leave this one here. Let's move on now to college football. Purdue, their new athletic director, Tommy McClellan, created quite a stir on Thursday when he told reporters during his introductory press conference that, quote, "We are here to win championships. If you don't want to win championships, go to Indiana." On Friday, McClellan went on the Pat McAfee show to clarify his remarks.
I'm having a great day yesterday, giving